Welcome to part 9 of this multi-part series in which I developed this mixed media work. Today we're going to go back with acrylics and we're going to work on some more detailing of the tree itself and the background. So I've spent some time working on the negative space in here. What I did is I went back with my stencil and started to stencil out some of the areas that I wanted to accent more when it came to the negative space or the background space of the tree. I also started to go over the kanji to kind of weave the kanji into the framework of the composition, not push it so far forward. And I like the way this result happened. And, you know, it basically was bringing this, excuse me, over different areas, mixing my colors, and then just brushing through those areas. So I could just brush through these areas, interweaving the complement of the violet and the yellow. Sometimes the yellow would be a little more warm, a little darker in value. The same with the violet. I'd lighten the violet up or I'd darken it. And that's kind of what I've done to bring out these negative spaces, additionally bringing some green in. So now what I want to do is I want to really dial in this tree in here and everything that's coming along in this tree. So I'm going to do that with this palette. Now, what I like doing is I like making my black by using phthalo green and alizarin crimson. And so when you combine those two, you get a really nice black. You can make it kind of a warm black. You can make it a darker black or a cooler black. So there's my black. I can enhance that even more by using some either Mars black or lamp black. So I'm using lamp black here. But I'm going to go a little bit more on the greener side. It's probably hard to tell. Now, once I add yellow, I'm going to start getting this green. And the more yellow I add, the more you start seeing that green. So I'm not taking the green like a permanent green. I'm making my own. If I want to make it lighter value, I add the titanium white. So you see what I've got here? Now, if I want to warm that up, I can either use the titanium red to warm it up, or the titanium yellow to warm up my green. And again, I can add some white to lighten it up. And then I can bring in some of the phthalo green. So you see this, how I'm shifting. If I want it to be cooler, I can add some ultramarine. So it's a cooler green. You see there the difference? Again, I can add white and I have this cooler green. So I have this whole range of green that I can use when I'm painting my tree from those colors there. Okay, but I do like the alizarin crimson and the phthalo green. I could just use the lamp black, but I like combining those two because it really gives me a very nice dark, you'll see, very dark green. And all I'm going to do is start to bring that tree out just a little bit more than what we had now. I'm doing this with pretty much random strokes. Remember we have these branches underneath. And I can continually wipe my brush to define, to get a really nice point, so that when I do the branches, they're really kind of a thinner line. So that's really all I'm doing at this point, is just dialing it in just a little bit more. Just by the painting process. Okay, I think I need some of this warmer green. Bring it in the yellow. Let's see what we get in here. I want that warmer. You choose your own idea of what kind of green you want to use, but I would shy away from using direct green, like a permanent green. I think you'd find green needs to really be a variety, and you have to interplace between warm and cool. Even in some of these areas I have red. Okay, I also noticed that this really needs to kind of be highlighted, but it is much more of a browner color. And I can make that color by putting in some of the opposites. See there? So it does have a green tinge to it, so let's pull some of this green into it. I think getting it nice and warm. Well, maybe I'd have to go the other direction. There we go, it's getting closer. And lightening it up. Give it little highlights. And I'm just trying to distribute, because I really like this more saturated yellow at the top. Little hints of it here, but really kind of at the top there. Let's give an echo of it here. It's often hard when you're filming, I'm finding, and doing this real time. There's an exposure that's going on here. But I certainly do hope that this is helping. We all develop our own methods, but I'm showing you a wide variety of techniques here. In order for you to maybe kick some creativity on your own part. Realize your own potential here. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else I really would like to do here? I don't think so. I think that's it. I'm going to put it up on the easel, and each month I have a critique group that meets, and we show the work that we've been working on during the week. I think that's a really important thing to have, is a group of friends where you can show your work and they're honest with what they're seeing. And I'll get some input from them. They'll review this, and then that'll allow me to maybe put some final touches on it. But at the same time, I'm going to put this on the easel and I'm just going to look at it for a while, which is a really good thing to do. That's why working on multiple pieces is a really nice way of continuing your art practice and your studio practice. I'm going to mount this on a panel. I have a video on how I make those panels. I'm going to mount this on a panel, and then that'll go into the frame that I showed at the beginning of these videos. And I believe that's what I'll be presenting to the critique group. So thank you very much for this, for following this. If you followed it the whole way through, I'm sure I'll do a little bit more to it, and I'll let you know what I did. And until then, I want to say thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Part 10 will be on a very important process, which is the critique and how I use that to finish the work. I'd really appreciate a like and subscribing to my channel, as well as if you would like to support me, you can do that on Patreon. I often post on Instagram my artwork as well as bonsai work. But I'd like to leave you with the idea that art is a journey. It's important to enjoy the process.